As a kid, all I could think about was getting out and running around. Heard my teachers and my bosses making offers to tie me down. But the poets and the misfits, the lost and profound, we're talking like the world's a big old tangle of souls. So I set out for the shimmering distance, not dressed for the wind and rain, unaware that any blessing worth having comes with a burden of pain. And all the love and all the hurt, the sacred and profane, are bundled together in the bittersweet tangle of souls. The way wound through towns and tenements, through deserts and dirty streets, I struggle to hear a kindred heart in the chorus of concrete. But by happenstance I chanced upon the ones I needed to meet. Such a rare thread in this vast tangle of souls. Between the field of stars above, between the field of stars above, and the fields of dead below, taking a wayward shot at love, giving it all back when we go. I saw plenty people living with nothing and felt grateful for my shoes, for all the road took from me and all I've still got left to lose. Some nights I swear I hear this whole old world croaking the blues, howling the hurt of this tragic tangle of souls. It's a fleeting incarnation, it's a gift that you can't keep. Stardust with a will to live is all there is to me. Every atom's borrowed and every heart's a refugee, just looking for home in this strange tangle of souls. Between the field of stars above, and the fields of dead below, taking a wayward shot at love, giving it all back when we go. Some say this world's an accident, just a clockwork running down. Some talk like it's a tournament where the coolest gets the crown. Seems to me it's a pilgrimage and every step is hallowed ground. A walk through fire in a holy tangle of souls. My brain boggles at the distance that brought this song to you. All the bottlenecks and borders I put my body through. Hualien City to Haida Gwaii, Katoomba to Kalamazoo, wide-eyed wandering through this fathomless tangle of souls. Between the field of stars above, I'm tired of all this calculating, waiting around so long. Takes a lonesome rambler to sing a lonesome rambling song. Honey, put your good foot in the road. Figure out the details, check your numbers twice. If you want to make a break for it, well, don't take that advice. Honey, put your good foot in the road. Tell you a card laid is a card played. When it's him that's dealing, well, exceptions do get made. Honey, put your good foot in the road. I sure like Mama's biscuits and her homemade apple jam, but I love the feel of waking up not knowing where I am. Honey, put your good foot in the road. On forever, the road it never stops. Just easy on your liver, boys, and careful round the cops. Honey, put your good foot in the road. There's plenty generous people on the right and on the left. You'll see we're bound together like the warp is to the weft. Honey, put your good foot in the road.
Hey, hey!
Nice timing there. I see what you did.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Pamela.
Getting slick.
I'm working on it. Hey, friends, thanks for joining us. As you can see, we are not in a camper van.
No.
We are in our hotel HQ.
We'd rather be putting our money into diesel fuel, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Roadetta is a Mercedes, and so as such, she has very expensive tastes, and she's gone in for another spa day. And as a matter of fact, she's in the spa right now. I went back to get the microphone, and she's in there up on a hoist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's convalescing in the spa.
She's really putting her feet up there.
Yeah.
And her whole self. So we're just using the computer mic this week. I hope it's okay. We're super excited.
Trying to see you.
At least it's going to give us a chance to
catch up on emails.
No, I was going to say by comparison to highlight the audio quality that Kerryn feels.
Yes, we're here.
We'll
we're
be
here to
bringing
lift up Kerryn
to the show.
Wait till you see it.
Yeah, she's going to be our special guest, and she sounds great and looks great. She's not.
That'll make up for everything.
She's not singing on a little MacBook mic in a hotel room with dodgy internet somewhere. Nah, she's a pro at this.
But we're making the best with what we got.
We sure are. Rob produced my first album, produced and engineered my first album, Long Way to Wander, and he is tuning in this morning from cold and wet Taiwan, and I'm so happy to see you, brother. Hey to you, hey to Michelle. Love you and love your fam. I think we should play a song before we say any more hellos. By
that was
request.
a nice chord.
Oh yeah.
That's
a major 7. Feels dreamy, don't it? All right. By request for Debbie Admison and Pamela Mae, this is a song called Further Down the Line.
That's where we want to get.
Aren't some people just famous for being famous? Isn't that about all that they do? Couldn't the radio leave you feeling aimless? Just a nameless person like you. But I sure heard the words Woody Guthrie sang, even when they didn't quite rhyme. He knew the heart was the stuff. They'd be close enough further down the line. I've painted houses, mopped floors, and washed dishes, taught kids, cut grass and moved gear, swung hammer, cleaned toilets and dug ditches, and I even sang songs to sell beer. But it was all for someone else's dream, till I set out after mine. Said, take this hammer, take it to the captain, tell him I'm further down the line. I crossed the Fraser, the Columbia, the Mississippi, the Allegheny, and the Ohio, St. Lawrence, Susquehanna, Chattahoochee, the Hudson and the Colorado. I saw the big rigs sleeping in the starry desert, saw the snow piled around the Yukon pines, but I couldn't hang around too long in New York town without looking further down the line. Some of the joints in New Orleans aren't pretty, but the waitresses will call you hun, and a cop will stay on the white side of the city, 'cause they paid for his hat and his gun. There's a Gulf War vet by the overpass who says, bro, can you spare a dime? Who's he kidding? These days a dollar won't be getting you any further down the line, boys. I saw the stars and bars flying in Dixie, and doomsday prophets on Capitol Hill. I saw a fast food mall named after Walt Whitman, and Gettysburg ghosts wandering still. If our families are so broken, how do we make a family out of humankind? We still got promises to break and miles to go before we wake further down the line, friends. I saw the homeless and the houses sitting empty. I heard the explanations of learned men. Nowadays they'll rob you with a computer, 'cause it's faster than a fountain pen. And if smarter people haven't found a gap in the armor, why do I keep trying? I still believe there's a world dying to be born further down the line, friends, further down the line. Oh, Woody, I've been through all kinds of weather, been searching all the faces for a sign. As you know, love's hard to keep together. As the miles and the years unwind, and you never run out of blacktop. No, you just run out of time. That ribbon of songs keeps on winding along ever further down the line. That ribbon of songs keeps on winding along ever further down the line. Yeah. We've been crossing some of those rivers in that song.
Yeah, we have.
Crossed some.
Yeah, they take up a lot of space on those green signs.
Even crossed the Chattahoochee.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And Ohio.
And seeing some of the things in the song, including stars and bars flying in Dixie.
Yeah, that's shocking and disturbing things.
Including joints in New Orleans where they call you hun.
Yeah, even grocery stores.
Mm-hmm. And they call you sweetheart.
Love it. Even downstairs tonight, looking for something.
I was checking out my groceries the other day in Nashville, and the woman called me baby. She said, "You could just put those right here, baby."
Love it. We're bringing that back to Canada.
Yeah, we're coming back, babies.
We're bringing y'all and baby.
All right. Well, listen, thanks for checking in, friends. Thanks for joining us. It's so cool. Beth, thanks for sticking with us week after week. Same goes for you, Donna.
Hey.
And hey to Griff. And hey, Paul. Yeah, man, we're gonna play Paul's Place in Tubac, Arizona soon.
You know, it is good. Yay, Hotel Day. There really is some, look at this freshly washed hair.
Bob in Roanoke. Man, we had a good time there. Bob must have tuned in late because he asked how the old girl's going.
Long story.
Yeah, she's not
We'll
going
tell
great.
you offline. It's gonna be fine.
It'll be
I'm
fine.
sure.
It'll be fine.
I'm sure.
It's these newfangled vans, they know too much, you know?
Yeah.
They know
if
too
there's any
much.
lawyers out there representing the class action lawsuit for Mercedes-Benz, give us a ring. There is some of that mixing into the joys of mechanical issues.
Caitlin, thanks for sticking with us all this time. Tom Jones, good to see you, buddy.
Speaking of lawyers.
Hey, Robin, how you doing? Yeah, speaking of lawyers. Yeah, Tom Jones, you happen to know anybody over
Any tigers? Any law tigers?
Get him in the ring. Yeah, that's
Lots of
another
billboards
thing.
for lawyers down here. It's different, yeah.
Yeah, they characterize them as tigers and sharks and other
Yeah,
predatory animals. It's kind of strange. Hey, Lloyd, good to see you, buddy. And Celeste. Wow, Celeste.
Oh, hey, congratulations on wrapping up your tour, Celeste.
Yeah,
Warren.
we
If you
sure
haven't
hope to
listened
have
them, check 'em out.
Carrie and Celeste on the show sometime soon. It was
Yeah.
great sharing shows with them. All right, we'll play you another tune here, and then we're. Oh yeah, I was gonna show them a video.
Oh,
Should probably show them the video first. Yeah.
which one?
Yeah. Well, Louisiana.
Okay.
So we've been to Louisiana. Hey, Dad. Good to see you.
Hey.
We've been doing a lot of stuff since we saw you last because we had 2 weeks off, and we've been to Louisiana. In the
A
meantime,
little show and
I
tell.
wanted to show you a little bit of Louisiana. This is at our friend Crystal and Pete's place in southern Louisiana. They play in a duo called Ordinary Element.
Tell me that story again, darling.
That feels like a lifetime ago.
They
were amazing.
I love the casualness of everybody on that video. Hey, like the bass player's like, he's like looking out the window, just like,
yeah. And she's just like,
she's got her legs crossed,
just bossing it.
Just oh, Fred, it's great that you've been there.
The Spotted Cat was really amazing. We just caught such great music for the price of a beer. Yeah, it's amazing.
And wow, there's Cecilia Sharpley who did the Prince inside Tangle of Souls, which many of you viewers have admired. That's Cecilia. Love to you and Johnny. Wow. Yeah, so cool. And that school band.
Melissa in there.
That was Melissa Walker there. That's our bass player. Yeah, we overlapped. Our visits to New Orleans overlapped by a day, and she showed us around a bit, and we actually just happened on this school band practice.
Yeah. What a school.
Yeah. Right. That looks a lot more fun.
Better than recorders. That was no fair. I hate music.
Right.
Not now, kids. You're lucky.
All right, we'll play one more tune, and then we're going to bring on our special guest, Kerryn Fields. This one's by request for Pamela.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. You might not believe me, but right here where we stand, there was once a creek bed carving through the land. Then a couple rows of houses and nothing after that but wheat fields and train tracks where we made our pennies flat. And on long summer evenings with dinner in the air, we'd fly our bikes down Main Street, wind running in our hair. And we'd pick up cans and bottles till Davy said to stop, and take 'em to the drugstore for a couple ice cold pops. Just enough empties for a full one. Look how it catches the light. It's anybody's ticket till they pull one. I can see forever tonight. See that old factory with the windows boarded up. Me and Davy used to work there before the times got tough. Paydays he'd play the lottery, put his numbers down, but it was an army recruiter, had his ticket out of town. I just kept on working, I never got ahead. One day a man in uniform informed me Dave was dead. And I drained every bottle, and I broke every glass. And when they took the house, I slept under the overpass. And it's a quarter for the big ones, the little ones a dime. The normals don't hassle me, they haven't got the time. And you need a couple bags full to drink another day. Oh, but there were always people just tossing them away. Just enough empties for a full one. Look how it catches the light. It's anybody's ticket till they pull one. I can see forever tonight. This time
how they look at me, they'd never guess that I was one of them. And it's getting rougher by the river. People I never seen, brought down by Oxycontin and methamphetamine. But I'm trying to stay sober, trying my best to care. Sometimes at night I catch a whiff of dinner on the air, and I've seen the light drain out of every dream I ever had. But Rosa says she's pregnant, and I might be the dad. Just enough empties for a full one. Look how it catches the light. It's anybody's ticket till they pull one. I can see forever tonight. I can see forever tonight. So we had the opportunity to play Mountain Stage in Charleston, West Virginia, and we got to meet Kathy Mattea.
Yeah, wow, she's really something.
She's so
really,
sweet.
Really elegant and kind, and just full force of music and organization and connections, and yeah, just really personable. Yeah, that was great.
And she said, good song. So
She
that
did.
one's going out to Kathy Mattea too.
Yeah.
If she or anyone who loves her is watching.
Yeah, she commented on this song in particular. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, we got lots of friends tuning in from down under, and we are so happy to see that. Oh yeah, indeed it is.
Maybe Kerryn's
Yeah,
got
well
her
look at that.
fans
Kerryn
coming
told us to watch.
on.
Well, thanks for listening to Kerryn. Enid, we listen to Kerryn too. She's right. She's right about stuff. I think we should probably get her on
Let's
here
do
right
it.
now. Let's bring her in here.
Knock, 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 knock. Can Kerryn come out to play?
Oh, here we go. Whoops. No. There we go.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yay! Oh,
Hey, pals.
hey!
Kia ora to you.
Yeah.
Kia ora to you too. Thanks so much for
Wow.
joining us.
My pleasure. Pamela Mae, though, sending in those Terry Scott Cook songs before I have to come in. I was like, gosh,
Yeah.
so good to hear you play again. It's really
Fancy.
emotional. You know, so beautiful to hear you, even if it is from a hotel room and not from the back of a van. Always figured.
So good to see your face again, friend.
Yeah, it's
You
really
got some.
good
You
here.
got some snazzy hats there.
Thank you.
Nice.
Quite the collection. Now, of course, our good friend Kat Lay, Feather and Drum, she made this one and a couple of others on the wall, but every one
it-
of them's got a story.
Has it got like Has
beautiful.
it got a full moon on it?
Yeah, so Kat dyed this one, indigo dye, and she left this sort of coin-shaped spot and wasn't sure what she was going to do with it. And I took one look at it and went, it's my moon hat.
Spoke to you.
And there you
Perfect.
go. It is perfect,
Wow.
hey? Like,
Yeah.
it's the real deal.
All
Yeah.
right, we got a plug for Feather and Drum hat
Ah,
going. Yak and
great.
Dan. Right there.
I wonder how long the wait list is. There's nothing like a custom, like well-crafted, beautiful hat. I've been kind of peeking around while we've been down here looking. I haven't found the one yet, but yeah, they're special when you find it.
Yeah, it's made me a much better songwriter. My performances
Right.
are.
She put it on her head, she began to-
Yeah. I was just a regular human wandering down the street with a guitar before this hat.
Well, before we go any further, why don't we have a taste of your new powers?
Yes, let's see those.
I can do that. Well, this is a song about being who I am. I'm the only one qualified for the job. This is a song called Queenie, which is off my new record, and it's about the life I live and and being brave enough to do it, I guess. Thanks for tuning in. This is so cool. It's great to hang out. I've got no money in the bank. This guitar's slung on my back. And this hat I have worn a while. I came here alone. That's the way I'll go. I won't be long back out your door. But I can light a fire, roll out a swag, climb a mountain top and drink water there. I'm a queen of the road. I need earth, I need air. To where I've been, the places I've survived, strumming my way through town. And what I don't sing, it's too deep in me. And mostly that weighs me down. But I can light a fire, roll out a swag, climb a mountain top and drink water there. I'm a queen of the road. I need earth, I need air. Climb a mountain top and drink water there. I'm a queen of the road. I need earth, I need air. I've got no plan ahead, and I change direction. Guess I stayed too long at the stars.
Sometimes I feel like the best applause would just be like total silence because just this really heavy, beautiful emotion was created there with that song. Thank you for that. Wow.
Beautiful.
You're so welcome. So welcome.
You're at the peak of your powers, friend.
Oh, whoa. Do you know what gave me the extra, like just that little bit of extra magic that you just couldn't ask for it? You couldn't pay for it, but it happened. Around a campfire a few days ago, a bird pooped on my brand new guitar.
Oh, yeah.
I just feel like that was just a little message from heaven being like, keep going, keep going. It's still there. I don't know if you can see it. It's Whew. That'll do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, we got lots of friends from both sides of the world saying hello, and yeah, particularly from down under. Now how's your Spanish?
Nah.
Yeah.
Your hat is.
Your
it's
Maori's,
really-
yeah, your hats are really nice and beautiful.
It's good. Yeah, it's nice and beautiful.
Yeah. Your
Oh,
Maori's
thank
better
you.
than your Spanish.
It sure is. It
Is
sure
that in
is.
Guatemala? No.
No, that's my buddy Eric Nassau in Columbus. Yeah. So yeah, gosh, we haven't seen your face in forever.
I know.
What did you get up to? I mean, for starters, what did you get up to during the pandemic?
I can't believe that is a legitimate opening line. So how's your pandemic going?
Yeah, it's almost past tense now, right? Like we're
Yeah,
almost,
we kind of
getting
feel like
trapped in there.
if it's going to be brought back in, they need a new marketing plan that needs an overhaul because we've all kind of lost our way. Season 4 of Pandemania. It's like, yeah, they should have stopped at 2. Yeah, it's just like, you know what? They got in a whole new bunch of writers and it just went downhill.
Switching to Ted Lasso over here.
Totally. They're just doing it for advertising. No, my first year of the Pandemonia was spent in New Zealand. Luckily / unluckily, I sort of found my way there because obviously that's my home country. I'm very lucky to have 2 home countries now. So yeah, my first 2020 was mostly in New Zealand and then back here, snuck back across the shore for 2021. So it's been interesting, the 2 different places to be in a pandemic. Very, very different. Yeah, New Zealand, of course, was shut down, and Australia, Melbourne especially, struggled in a whole different way than what I would have experienced. So first year in New Zealand, live streaming from my childhood bedroom, because that's where I found myself as a almost grown adult, back with my dad and my stepmom, just kind of going, how did that happen? I'm sure I had my life together. And then, yeah, back here to the Magic Room here on Wurundjeri Wathaurong country, where I continued live streaming for 2021. And now here I am, still live streaming. Yeah. So that's me. Yeah.
And you were doing some stuff with aged care, yeah?
Yeah, that's most of my live streaming work was just to residents of care or friends who are experiencing extreme isolation. So throughout 2020, I did quite a similar thing to what you're both up to. My dad, bless his beautiful small town hustling attitude, got me like a van for $100 and put a new motor in it.
Wow.
So I was able to scooch around the little parts of the country and introduce some folks in Australia who were in care to, you know, the beaches and climb a mountain and come bushwalking with me and just kind of trying to create that sense of connectivity and friendship in a time of extreme separation. And then, yeah, singing along to some great songs from the 30s, 40s, 50s and 60s from wherever I could get a signal. Yeah. And then I continued that work here in Australia, just into residents of care from here in the Magic Room. So it was a very big 2 years of establishing those kinds of relationships and connections, and yeah, very emotional.
So it would be a broadcast live to various people where they were living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just via like here, like just to
Yeah.
YouTube. Sometimes with like little Zoom rooms if there were the opportunity to do that. But yeah, I would put on these little shows like happy hour shows or themed events, and so that just made it super accessible. So they'd beam me in on the lounge screens and, you know, in common areas, but of course lots of residents were separated from one another inside care, so I'd be beamed into little iPads or personal devices and things. So it was just a really accessible, click this link and I'll be right there with you.
So sweet.
That's such valuable work.
Every day, I think you said.
For 2020, yeah, it was every day when I was in New Zealand, and then the public shows were sort of 2 or 3 times a week in 2021, because I started doing a lot of private work or one-on-one and, you know, trying to sort of reach those that needed a little bit more personal time in care. So, Yeah, it was
Pamela
good
and I
stuff.
got to sing at her grandma's care home, and boy, yeah, that I can't imagine doing that every day. That's powerful stuff. That's
Yeah.
really, it was really moving experience.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and just to see people's, particularly with the old songs that they knew, just to see people light up.
Yeah, well, it does that thing, you know, we have this library of memories in our mind, and music is this brilliant way in which we can access it. So the confidence that you can remind our darlings in care that you're still there and I can find you. You just have to tell me when you were born and where you were, and I'll know the kind of music that even if you didn't like the song, you'll still
Yeah.
remember that song, and if you didn't like it, that's great. You can tell me, and I'll pick another. But the fact that you can converse with me and remember those things is really great for memory support. So, because that's what I did before the Pando Rando. I travelled into aged care, so across Australia and New Zealand. That's what I did in person. Everywhere I went on tour, I was physically in aged care homes, bringing this program. So when the pandemic hit, it wasn't something random that I came up with. It was really just like, how am I going to keep doing this work and keep finding a way to, you know, to remind you how special you are.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So we heard from Art Lepp. He says he remembers seeing you in Revelstoke.
Oh, that's a
Remember you came
beautiful
and played
place.
Revelstoke and Golden?
Yes, and the train that goes through Revelstoke, is that like the oldest train? And I remember
wow.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes during the show, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool spot. A big, beautiful
So
river
cool.
runs through the middle, I think, Golden, Revelstoke. and-
Yeah.
Was
There's
that there? Yeah.
the Kicking Horse River, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that
that's
was
so
sweet.
good.
That was so sweet when you came to Canada. You
Back in
went
the
up to
day
Arts
of
Wells
frivolous
and
travel.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I can't wait
Please,
to come back.
orders.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Oh, and Enid says those Enjoy music shows were brilliant, Kerryn.
I was so lucky to have beautiful friends like Enid tuning in to those shows. Enid was a big part of it. Helped me out with a lot of, filled my knowledge gaps with eras and genres of music where I was like, Enid.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Thanks, Enid.
Cool.
Nice to see you. It's been a
Wow.
while.
I gotta throw up a banner here. This is where folks can find Kerryn's music, and also right there is where they can throw money in the tip jar, which we'll be splitting with Kerryn.
And I noticed too on Bandcamp. So I got an email not too long ago. Are the notebooks that you designed with the beautiful guitar? Is that recent or is it an old email?
No,
was
that's
really-
recent. That's recent.
That's recycled notebooks. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can reach one without making it look too clunky on screen, but they're just
The force,
too far
just-
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other hat, the hat behind you.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to say you can see the top of the design because it's on my actual guitar case, but I put that, I
okay.
painted a guitar
Oh,
case and I put it
sweet.
on.
Yeah.
So, you can, I think if you just pop to my website, it'll link through to that Bandcamp,
Nice,
and there's some
okay.
cute little things for those that don't like physical albums but want to stream it and still want to send something my way, then that's a cool way to do it.
It's a good option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I was
sweet.
also, and your Instagram too. I was saying, you know, I just in terms of like being a queen, you're the queen of Instagram too, in my little mini kingdom. I did want to ask you about something. Once
Yeah?
upon a time, did you say something like a chips sandwich?
Yes, I did.
What
Have
is
you not
this
had
thing?
a chip sandwich? Pamela Mae.
What is it? Tell me.
Well, I don't know if it's a big thing in Australia, but in New Zealand, right, when you get fish and chips, do you get fish and chips? Is that a
Yeah.
thing for you? Yeah, right?
Well, we
so
don't
we
eat fish, but yeah.
I mean,
Oh, right,
yeah,
so
I
chips.
have.
Yeah.
And fish and chips. Yes, yeah.
Great.
That's a thing,
well,
for sure.
you get a big loaf of white bread. Don't go fancy. Don't try getting a health kick on me. I just want square white bread, and you put the
Yeah.
chips in between the bread. If you want sauce and extra salt, that's cool. If you want to be fancy, no judgment. But it's basically just carbs on carbs, and I'm here for it.
I love it. Really, we had like a biscuit with a hash brown and an egg, and I'm glad I have permission now just to do away with the egg. It's just going to be a hash brown on a biscuit.
Yeah, it's got to have as little color as possible. Like, don't get fancy. Just get in there. But it's how to feed a big family as well. You know, I come from a large tribe, so if you've got a load of chips, you get a loaf of bread, and everyone gets more for your buck.
I love it.
So glad. Get into it. Chip sandwiches.
Two of my favorite things, a match made in heaven, for sure.
Totally. Yeah, it's cool. Dive in.
Well, let's have another song, yeah?
Let's do it.
Right.
I've got a song about... I love songs. This is a love song. It's actually my parents' love song. And I think as a child of two pretty cool people, making sense of their life through my eyes was a bit of a journey. And so this is their love song. It's called 15. We were out in the shed when he said divorce was around the corner. He said he didn't have a choice. And I was 15. And he knew it was rough, but I knew my father would do it for love. And this old ship tells a story of two sweethearts who were the best of friends. Up on the wall, here's a picture of us. My dad still drives the old pickup truck where the radio music plays the old-fashioned songs, fixing the motor and singing along. She was 15. He was 2 years above. They met each other. They fell in love. This old shed tells a story of two sweethearts who were the best of friends. Up on the wall, here's a picture of us. My dad still drives the old pickup truck. Mom looked in the mirror and she made up her mind. bird left on the light. When you're 15, you just don't know enough. It was a woman that she longed to love. And this old ship tells a story of two sweethearts who were the best of friends. Up on the wall is a picture of us. My dad still drives the old pickup truck.
Wow. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. So yeah, we've been hearing from some people who know you, and oh yeah, a friend Michael Park says in Scotland they call that a chip buddy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Chip friends.
Hey CJ, Cecilia. Hey, and here somebody, little Buckley, listen to you from work in Candelo. Have had a chip sandwich with someone who loves chips, who is also from Canada. You may know Ray, and indeed I do. You probably know Ray too. Hey, Kerryn.
Yeah,
David
I
Roth
do.
McDonald's partner.
Nice.
And yeah, they actually have a great thing called the Candelo Radio Hour, the Candelo Roadshow Radio Hour. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I think I recorded a little poem for Ray. For
Oh,
one of
did
the,
you?
Yeah, she reached out. Such a great
Was it-
community.
So cool. Was it for that tree? Was the poem for the poet tree, or for the radio hour?
Oh, both of them actually. Yeah, for
Okay.
the tree and for the night sky. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah, just
For
go and
the
listen to
episode,
it.
The Night Sky.
I don't
Yeah.
think I can frame it as well, but yeah, it's just this amazing collaboration. It's a constellation of stars, and you can,
It really is.
it really is. Yeah.
The Night Sky on the Candelo Roadshow Radio Hour. Wherever you get your podcast, friends. Check it out.
Cool.
Wow. Well, Pamela's put in mind of a song by talking about singing in aged care and stuff like that. I think
great.
we're gonna play this one.
Yeah, shall
Yeah.
we? Yeah.
You can hang out if you want.
I'd love to. I was going to
Okay.
play along just over here in the
Okay.
background. You guys
Okay.
jump
Yeah.
up and oh.
Okay, this is in D.
Yeah. All right. This one's in D.
All right. I'm not sure that we've played this one on this show yet, have we?
No, I don't
This
think
is
we
one
have.
that I wrote for my grandma, about my ties to my grandma and the land that she lived on a farm in Saskatchewan. My name is Mae Johnson. If you'd asked me yesterday, I'd say I live on this here farm until my dying day. But there comes a time for leaving, time to walk away. This here's a hand you must hold, the cards have all been played. And I'll stack this box with a few dear things, keepsakes and these plates. I run my fingers over them and pray the memories stay. Here's a picture of that bride and groom and a poor old Chevrolet. Our lives began in 44, that prairie wedding day. One more walk through the fields we had sown.
grass under the trees we had grown. Give me one more night under a blanket of stars. Then I'll pack up my bag and say goodbye to this old farm. So bright, will it ever feel like home? One more walk down that old country road. One more glance across the field at the old home. Give me one more night with a silence so deep. And I'll pack up my boxes of memories to keep. A time for leaving, a time to walk away.
Thanks for jamming along.
I sure was. My gosh, that is a great song.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, thank you for touching all the lives that you did over the pandemic, and then I know that you do anyhow, just on a regular basis because of who you are. So great to get to know you a little bit more tonight. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the flesh.
Yes, where we can do this and you'll be inside of it. And we won't be breaking any laws. Yeah. So good to see you.
Yeah, likewise. So yeah, I'll throw up the website again. That's where folks can check you out. And and I so look forward to when we're in the same part of the world, whenever that comes along.
Yeah, it'll be cool. Hey, I forgot to mention that I actually played your Pass It Along version with all of your sweet friends that recorded themselves. I played that into residential care across Australia and New Zealand,
cool.
And we got that little silence after I played it, Pamela Mae, where I watched all the screens light up of people who were tuning in who just had their faces like this close to the camera looking down, and it really struck a chord, all puns intended. But so thanks for doing what you do and continuing to put out. You're not going to hear from everyone or see everyone who's engaging, but it's working, and pass it along. So good.
Thank you for saying that. Most of those people I don't even know, those people who are singing that song, and I think what you said just now is even further, even more to the point. It's like that's a beautiful thing about songs, and even just all these other little actions that we take, even just smiling at people or whatever. We have no idea what any of those things do in the world, but I think we can trust in those ripples.
Just keep on being a big rock in a pond, man.
You keep shining, friend. So good to see you.
Yeah.
You too. Thanks so much for having me. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Love you.
Take care.
Take care.
Love you.
Kerryn.
Take care, darlings. Hi.
All right. Well, if you want to kick in the tip jar, folks, you are more than welcome to. We'll be splitting that with Kerryn. It's so nice to see some comments coming in about all that. Also, hey,
I think when we're
there's
done, I should just beam up through that light, shouldn't I?
there's Joanne Zepp said she had a great visit with Grandma Mae Johnson.
Oh,
She'll show her this tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. Grandma will see it. Oh, that's so
and look
great.
at that. Dee says that's a beautifully nostalgic, heart-wrenching, but wonderful, wonderful song. Thank you.
Thanks, Donna.
Oh, and Clark was asking for it.
Grandma's song. Well,
it's
Clark,
called
you're
Mae
the one
Johnson.
who's really got
That's
behind
the
this
one.
so thank you.
Oh, hey, Fred DeMonk says, is that Carsey on Pamela's
It
t-shirt?
is.
Speaking of the way things just go around the world, like, I don't even think Carsey's been to Australia.
Dancing on our show.
But there she is dancing
Yeah.
on TV in Australia.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do we want to leave it there, Pamela? What do you reckon?
Let's
It's
do
9
pass and
o'clock.
through. People can
okay.
go away from their
Okay.
theaters if they
Y'all
care
can leave
to.
if you want.
This
We'll sing you
I
one more
thought,
song.
especially because I don't know if Justin is out there or not, but I was just so tickled to see Justin commenting on Kerryn's Instagram. So they're friends. Of course they are. Of course, fabulous people are attracted to one another. So this song, if we're going to play Passing Through, well, I first heard it actually from Justin Vilches, if he's out there. So yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. Saw Adam leave the garden with an apple in his hand. Said, now you're out, what are you gonna do? Plant some crops and pray for rain, maybe raise a little cane. I'm an orphan now and I'm only passing through. Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through.
I asked Christ on his cross on a hill called Calvary, do you hate mankind for what they done to you? He said, speak of love, not of hate, so much to do and it's getting late. I've so little time and I'm only passing through.
Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. I was at Roosevelt's side on the night before he died. He said one world must come out of World War II.
Bless his heart.
All creeds and colors, everyone's a father's daughter, a mother's son. We're all on one road and we're only passing through. Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing
You
through.
gonna take it from a pass? Yeah. They broke the hands of Victor Hara, then told him, play
Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. Ha ha! Song by Dick Blakesley. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. It is wonderful to see you all on here. And
We're going to go to separate corners of the room now and read all your comments.
yeah. And we'll be back next Tuesday. Same time, same bat channel. And
Hopefully in a van.
hopefully, yeah,
And
from the back of a
Roadetta,
van. And next Tuesday also we're going to share with you the footage that we didn't share today. We got footage from Floyd from Virginia, North Carolina, some old time music footage that we just felt like we're trying to cram too much in this show.
It's the makings of a season.
Yeah, we want to talk to
tuned.
Kerryn.
That's
Really,
right.
I mean, anyway, hope you've enjoyed. Hope you'll go by KerrynFields.com, and we hope you will keep being amazing and sending out your amazing ripples into the world. I know you are. We believe in you. Big love.
As a kid, all I could think about was getting out and running around. Heard my teachers and my bosses making offers to tie me down. But the poets and the misfits, the lost and profound, we're talking like the world's a big old tangle of souls. So I set out for the shimmering distance, not dressed for the wind and rain, unaware that any blessing worth having comes with a burden of pain. And all the love and all the hurt, the sacred and profane, are bundled together in the bittersweet tangle of souls. The way wound through towns and tenements, through deserts and dirty streets. I struggle to hear a kindred heart in the chorus of concrete. But by happenstance I chanced upon the ones I needed to meet. Such a rare thread in this vast